I'm sorry. I just left the shelter, Hogback Ridge Shelter, I believe. I slept really good there last night. So good that this morning when my alarm went off at 6, I turned it off and I went back to sleep until 6:45. So yeah, it's not really cold this morning, but the wind does make it pretty cold. Not sure how many miles I'm going to do yet today. I'm really hoping to do 20, but that's going to be a lot. There's a lot of elevation gain and loss in that 20. But tonight we're going to have severe storms, like I said, 60-mile-per-hour winds. So I really would like to try to get to a shelter, but of course the shelters are at 10 and 20 miles, so pretty far apart today. I'm just going to start hiking, see where the day takes me. If I have to, I'll set up my tent. I just don't really want to. I was doing some math yesterday, and since leaving Fontana, I've averaged like 13.9 miles a day. That's a lot, especially this early in the trail. And that includes like the shorter days in and out of Gatlinburg, and then the shorter days in and out of Hot Springs as well. So I'm moving pretty good, honestly. I'm proud of myself for the pace I've been keeping. I am ready for a break, I can definitely tell. My body feels good, but at a certain point you kind of like mentally need a zero. And since it's been almost 2 weeks, I think, it's definitely time. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but it's supposed to rain today. It's actually started now, so the weather is not going to be lovely. At this point, I'm like half a mile from Sam's Gap, and once I get there, it's going to be a lot of uphill to Bald Mountain. I'm really hoping to get some good views on Bald Mountain today. I love Bald Mountain. It might be called Big Bald Mountain. I can't remember. But yeah, fingers crossed for good views. Yay, I love walking under interstates. My favorite thing. Woo. I just missed Trail Magic by like 30 seconds, literally. When I was crossing Sam's Gap, I saw like a van setting up a table and stuff like that. And I walked by and they didn't say anything to me, so I was just like, okay, they're probably just, you know, gonna make themselves some breakfast. And then as I was climbing the hill, I stopped to take off my alpaca hoodie, and I saw some of the people that were just behind me stopping there to get some Trail Magic, so that's a bummer. That's actually the second time that's happened to me. I'm climbing up Big Bald now. It's not that bad, honestly. There's some steep parts, but it's kind of like up, flat, so not too bad. Probably have like 2 more miles to the top, and gonna have to stop and get water pretty soon. Ooh, what do we have here? Let's see. Oh, thank you. So kind. To whoever did that, thank you so much. Those lemon cookies really hit the spot. Also, I was carrying so much trash that emptying my trash probably lightened my bag by like half a pound. So that was amazing. Thank you. There it is. I'm getting so close. Woo. We got a bad weather bypass. It's pretty windy today, but it should be fine. Shouldn't need to go that way. Stick to the AT. Almost there. I'm ready for some good views. I've worked hard for them this morning. It is beautiful up here. The wind, the cold, the rain, the straight uphill this morning, all worth it for these views. I love so much, so pretty. Now I'm gonna climb that bald. Pretty sure after that is the shelter, and I'm gonna stop there and eat some lunch. Alright, time for a break. I stopped in at the shelter really quick, used the privy, grabbed some beef jerky, and now I'm on the move again. I have like 10.1 miles to the next shelter, so it's not too bad, but it's definitely going to be, it's a long day for sure. Have a few mountains to climb in between here and there. Nothing too horrible. Thankfully, a majority of it is downhill. Alright, so I'm coming down to Spivey Gap now, which is mile 15.9, I believe. Getting pretty tired. I have one more big climb, and then the rest is pretty much downhill to the shelter. So that's good, and we're getting there. It's like 3:30 right now. It's not been raining, so that's nice. I've been spending the past couple hours just trying to move and make up some miles today. So I'm like less than a mile away from the shelter at this point. I'm really excited about that. I am getting tired. So at this point I've done over 20 miles today. I think in total it's going to be like a 20.7-ish mile day. And then if you just add like side trails to the Bald Mountain Shelter or whatever, it's going to be like 21 miles in total. Really hoping I can get a spot in the shelter today. If not, it's not a huge deal. I'll just set up my tent, but it'd be nice to be dry in the morning. Of course, this last little bit to the shelter is uphill. It looks pretty steep, but it's not long, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. And there is no water at the shelter, so I do need to grab it before I get there. Alright, so I'm exhausted. Climbing this hill, like 0.3 from the shelter, and I about step on this guy. Whew, my gosh. Heart is racing.